For Klima Media, I'm Nadine James. Joining me today is BME MD Joe Keenan to discuss BME's growth outlook and strategy for 2019. Joe, do you mind just giving us an overview of where BME is at the moment?
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity, Nadine. Well, first of all, I'd just like to thank you for the opportunity to participate in this interview ahead of the Indaba and for us to talk about BME, so thank you for that. Well, I think that the messages I'd like to leave to the people participating at the Indaba is that BME has been on quite a journey over the last 3 years, and it's been an exciting journey. If you look at BME where we were 3 years ago, we were primarily a South African business. About over 60% of our total revenues came from South Africa, and we were very focused on iron and coal, and we've diversified quite heavily away from that. And so now 3 years on, almost 3.5 years on, more than 60% of our revenue actually comes from outside of South Africa now. And we've diversified quite heavily into the rest of international Africa. As part of that strategy, we have opened up hubs in Mali and Bamako, and also in Zambia. So we operate our Central African business out of Zambia, and we operate our West African business out of Mali. So those are changes away from operating a African business solely out of Johannesburg or out of South Africa. So that's been part of our strategy, is to diversify the footprint of BME. Now, as part of that strategy, we also recapitalized the business. In 2015, we opened a new emulsion plant, which is fully automated in Dalmas here in South Africa. We also have, over the past 5 years, let's say, we've invested heavily in emulsion plants in Central and West Africa. So now we have a total of 14 emulsion plants that are now outside of South Africa. So we've diversified our footprint as well. So we've diversified our commodity types, we've diversified our geographies, and this has really helped to help BME be more robust in challenging times. Now, as part of that strategy, we've also purchased our joint venture in Australia. So we now have an electronic detonator footprint in Australia, which is based out of Brisbane. We have an operating office in Jakarta, so we do supply Southeast Asia out of Jakarta, so that business is doing quite well as well. We have gone into the United States, and we have an office now in Denver, Colorado, and we're now supplying access detonators and other services to the quarry construction and mining market in the United States. In Latin America, we are operating through channel partners, and we have completed successfully trials in Chile, Peru, Colombia, and we're now starting to operationalize those opportunities. So we've spent a lot of time and energy trying to improve the BME that was, I guess, the BME of 5 years ago, and trying to improve its ability to withstand these external forces. So my outlook for where we are today is very favorable, on the back of significant investment in a strategy to diversify our footprint. And we did all of this because we believe that the customers are the primary purpose for our existence. So if we can't add value to our customers and help them improve, then we're not doing our jobs. And so the additional capital spend, the spend on people, the new regional offices, as I stated, that helps us to get more intimate with our customers, be closer to the coal face, as they say. And I think that that's a strategy that is evolving, but I believe it to be successful.
Okay. And in terms of your presence, or BME's presence at the mining Indaba, can you comment on the importance of being in Cape Town when it happens?
Absolutely. Thank you. I would say that the Indaba is the premier event for mining in Africa. It's an event that brings together both mining companies and investors and the suppliers. And I think that triad of people is a powerful group to bring together. And I think that, you know, one of the things that I believe that Africa needs to ensure at all times is that they say that they're open for business, that they are going to attract direct foreign investment in order to help them to raise the capital to get these new mining opportunities off the ground. So I think that the Indaba is a very welcome opportunity for the investors. I believe it's an opportunity that brings the investors and the mining houses together, and it's also an opportunity for suppliers like BME to be a part of that conversation. So as BME's position at the Indaba will be that we will be featuring our footprint within Africa, and being able to explain to the people who come by our stand about how that footprint can benefit them, and how that we've diversified our resources throughout Africa, so they actually have opportunities to deal with people in Central and Western Africa and South Africa. We'll be featuring our services that we provide, and we'll also be featuring new technologies and technologies that are value adding, such as our Axis electronic detonator, or our Expo log system, which is a productivity tool. So we'll be featuring everything from the brick and mortar part of BME all the way through to the digital side.
Okay, and then lastly, Joe, can you just comment on BME's outlook for 2019 and into the future?
Sure, thank you. My outlook for 2019 is that we will see continued stability of the commodities to which our customers mine, and that will help when it comes to them having assurance around their capital investments, which is important for attracting new investment for growth. I see that the gold is becoming more of a discussion point now in the news around central banks, which means that you should, in theory, see an improvement in the gold price, which should attract more investment into gold. That's a positive thing. I think that there's still some currency headwinds in Africa that we need to deal with, and potentially some liquidity issues with some of the central banks in Africa that need to be dealt with as well. But opportunities like the Indaba to bring together investors, potentially the politicians and miners, is a great opportunity for those things to come together. My outlook for BME for 2019 is that we're continuing to grow the business. We're going to continue to capitalize the business, and what we're going to do is we're now going to take the international expansion that we've now completed over the last 3.5 years, and we're going to continue to fortify those, try and grow through our customers, and try and continue to add value to our customers such that we have the ability and we earn a right to be in those new markets. So that's where my thoughts are.
Thank you very much, Joe. That was BME's Joe Keenan discussing BME's growth outlook and strategy for 2019.